podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com.
Woo! We back!
We make plays every day, yeah.
We ain't never left.
Every day, yeah. We make plays every day.
Pushing that goddamn boulder uphill.
Plays every day, yeah. We make 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 plays every day, yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. It is episode 101. We have got over the hill. It's kind of like a season 2, but not, because this thing just keeps on rolling, and we just keep pushing that boulder uphill. And like I always do, I am your host, Bogard Scott-Free, here with my esteemed colleague, The Gu. Just a steamboating away, just a steamrolling over competition. What's happening, Gu?
We back in this thing, you know what I'm saying? Season 2, episode 1, really. Bet we, ready to get going.
It's kind of funny. My girl was like, "Are you gonna call it season 2?" And I was like, "You know what? Shout out to the fantasy footballers. They just keep going." I'm like, I'm gonna take their formula.
For sure. You feel me? For log purposes, yeah, we were running with that, but it's season 2. You know?
Oh yeah. It definitely is.
It's all the way really official.
It really is though, actually, because we started. This is our second season, and we are on the precipice of a year.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to dig into this. I mean, I seen everything you was doing in the off season. You was a madman. You was everywhere. You was on everything. You was fucked up. You was shrooming tough all off season.
I started counting the days I've been shrooming since quarantine, and I've probably been shrooming 10% of the time, as far as like days go.
That's a good number.
It
beats number. Most of us, that's for sure. So, you know what I mean? I'll shroom to that, but I'm dying, man. I'm ready to get in. The season is on the brink. I feel like I'm the anger in me already coming back. You know what I'm saying? The pettiness, it's just building and like
festering.
I'm eager. You know what I mean? But also I'm excited to just get out there and rub elbows and do our thing and like put it on wax, brother. Like we do. You know what I'm saying? It's that real ism. It's to use the word our man Kev from Hard to Start said. It's organic. You know what I'm saying? It's organic. You know what I mean?
All natural. No deodorant. Just funky.
Exactly. Straight funk. It's about to be funky this season.
You know what I'm saying? All right, check this out. On this episode, we doing something that me and the Gu used to do every week, and that's shit on ECR rankings. And more specifically, we're gonna talk about guys that we're bigger on compared to ECR, and some guys that we kind of got lukewarm to, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of off in that sense. They're all kind of pause moments in that phrasing, but you know what I'm saying? But before we get to all that, we're going to go ahead and handle some quick housekeeping. Go ahead and follow me at the GMM Network on both Twitter and IG. You can follow my esteemed colleague, The Gu, at The Guru408. Also, you could check us out at rumboys.com. That's where you're going to find all our latest and greatest articles from all our innovative sports journalists. Shout out to the gang. That's also where you're going to find all our apparel. You know what I'm saying? The GMM Network apparel is on the way. I seen the samples. Spoiler alert. The shit, you know what I'm saying? It's going to say a lot of give me monies and all that shit. You know what I mean? Also, I forgot to mention this. I should always remember the order because I always just kind of wing it. But make sure you subscribe to the GMM Network on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell. Go ahead and drop a comment, spike the like, etc. You know what I mean? Also, want to shout out our sponsor, Milk and Honey TX, for all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness. Go ahead, head on over to milkandhoneytx.com. And Playmakers, you heard it in the beginning of this joint. This podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com. Playmakers, just like my esteemed colleague, The Gu, had just stated effortlessly, we are on the precipice of football coming back. You're going to want to get in on this prop action, this daily sports action. Also, one thing we're bringing to the table this season is we're going to be doing an episode a week covering some of our favorite props on monkeyknifefight.com. And and like I said, I haven't said it yet, but go ahead and use promo code GMM, and we'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. You know what I'm saying? It's only on your first deposit, Playmakers, so make that one a doozy. Drop the 50, get the 100, and guess what? We gonna make some money. You know what I'm saying? Monkey knife fight, give me money. Also, I want to announce our official giveaway. In light of us, going over the 100th episode, we're gonna be doing a $100 giveaway. The way to enter this competition, this sweepstakes or whatnot, is to go ahead and post a story of you yelling, "Bogie, give me money!" And you go ahead and you tag 2 other Playmakers. So you go on Instagram, you post a story yelling, "Bogie, give me money!" And you go ahead, tag 2 individuals, and that'll enter you into the contest. Also, another way to enter is to go ahead and subscribe to our channel on YouTube/the GMM Network. Send a screenshot of you subscribed, DM that bitch to us on either our Twitter or IG at the GMM Network, and that'll enter you in as well. There is a 2 max entry. You know what I'm saying? There's a maximum of 2 entries, but you gotta do both. You gotta post a story yelling, "Bogie, give me money!" and you goddamn tag 2 other individuals, and also DM us a screenshot of you subscribed to the GMM Network on YouTube. And guess what? Not only are we giving a $100 giveaway, we're also gonna throw in, for that lucky winner, we're throwing in $25 of Monkey Knife Fight bread. You can order merch there. I'm pretty sure you could even use it to play. I think it would be stupid if you can't use it to play, but I got to talk to my rep, make sure that's clear. But as far as I know, you get $25 on Monkey Knife Fight money, along with $100 of cold cash that you could do what you want with. You know what I'm saying? Also, data rates might apply. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding about that. But seriously, though, you're going to have Cash App or preferably Venmo in order to collect on this prize money. And also, 9 other lucky individuals that don't come in first place, you're going to get $25 of Monkey Knife Fight money as well. So this is a contest we're going to be pumping all the way till the year starts. Good luck to you, Playmakers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, post a story of you yelling, "Bogie, give me money!" Tag 2 Playmakers, tag 2 friends, your mammy, your pappy, your uncle, your auntie. I don't give a fuck who you tag. Just make sure you tag 2 individuals. Spread the word. Also, to enter, you can go ahead, take a screenshot of you subscribing to the GMM Network, DM that bitch, and you win it for $100. Hey, Steamboat.
What's happening?
How you doing, brother?
Shit. Ready to get this money.
Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get right to it. Let's go ahead and pull up some of this ECR. Let's start with the good old running backs, because I know that's something I tend that we all tend to maybe I was gonna say we, but you're actually always more so looking at the receivers, or is that just like you're always stressing the importance of the receivers, and I'm always stressing.
It depends on
the roster structure.
It depends on roster structure of the league. 3 receiver leagues, there's more of an importance, but a 2 receiver league that is heavy running back. So I mean, if we're thinking like 12-team, 10-team standard leagues, I'm not as big on grabbing all the receivers, but in crazy, double roster leagues pretty much, where there's extra. They're more important to me. There's some expert leagues that are like 20 teams, and you only get 1 of each: 1 receiver, 1 running back, 1 flex, 1 tight end, 1 quarterback. And I've played in those. I've played in leagues like that.
Those are kind of tight.
Back in my early youth, before I really played for money, I used to play in like random ass ESPN and Yahoo leagues. I would join 20-team leagues all the time, and it was like that: 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 receiver, and then a flex. And it's hard though. It's hard as fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the real gangster shit. 20 teams.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go ahead and sound off the top 12.
Well, they break it down into tiers. So
we'll go 6.
We'll go through the tiers real quick.
Okay, let's do that.
Just, you know what I mean? I think that's
good call.
You call out a guy you want. I mean, the first 4 guys of the tier 1 are CMC, Barkley, Kamara, and Zeke. And I mean, all pretty self-explanatory there. I mean, anything.
Not really. I think you could shuffle those around. Maybe most. I've moved up on Kamara. I actually like Kamara 3rd overall. I think he'll overtake Zeke this year. Because I don't think Zeke's going to get as much receptions. And, just adding, Mike McCarthy, who runs a lot of 3 wide receiver sets. And, I can't, Eddie Lacy was a guy maybe who finished in the top 10. I'm not saying that Zeke's not going to finish in the top 10, but I think we're going to see more of a balanced attack versus the run-pass ratio. We might even damn near see a 50-50 split. You know what I mean?
That's not crazy, but I think that's actually going to benefit Zeke a little bit to have a really elite passing game where they can't just load the box on him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Zeke has been getting just a crazy amount of touches since he came in the league. So
he's
going to start dialing him back just a little bit. He'll still be efficient. I like Zeke more than Kamara. Kamara's a guy I'm just like, I don't know about him. Like you expect him to produce, but he's kind of let you down last year for sure. He has his games, but
he still had 81 receptions like he has every single year.
Here's the thought. Yeah, okay, yeah. Standing up for 16 games, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. It's just a little risky. He's definitely more.
Did he have 81 receptions last year? Still, even though missing a couple games.
Yeah, he's fine. But if we're talking about those top 4, he's a guy that I'm.
You don't have him up there.
I can't say I'll take him if he drops in
Cook or Kamara
late in the mid-first round, but
Cook or
Kamara.
There
Zeke, I'll take Michael Thomas over Kamara at that point. That's me, but
yeah, I like it. I'm kind
of iffy on that outside of the top 3 running backs in that first round.
And Playmakers, if you're not aware, we only talk PPR here. You know what I'm saying? And all that non-PPR standard shit, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Reconsider your fantasy life. Okay, so let's go on to the next tier because that one's kind of self-explanatory.
Right. Next tier would be Dalvin Cook. Let me see here. I messed it up. Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders. Who is it? Damn, I gotta refresh my page. CEH. He's in there now.
Yep.
So, what do you think there?
I got CEH at 6. So that's my one quarrel with the way this ECR has it. I have him above Sanders. I have him after Cook, and that's only because I'm only imagining Cook playing 16 games. But if he does, really, I want to put him up in that top tier already. I'm crazy, but realistically, I have CEH at 6. I was already big on him throughout the offseason. You know me. You know how I get, and then I made a couple phone calls. I called DW, the Darkwing Duck himself. Yeah, I said, you know what, bro, you gotta take care of your moms. He's like, you right, you know what I mean? And man, Godspeed to a speedy recovery. You know what I'm saying? Did you know that's why he dipped out? Because his mom's got cancer.
Is it? Oh shit! I didn't know the reason.
Yeah, hell of
that's a good reason.
Yeah, hell of a son, man. You know what I mean? That's a good kid. He wasn't just like. I bet you his mom's incredible. She was like, "No, baby, go play, baby," and he was like, "No, mom, I gotta be here." And yeah, you know what I mean. And that's what it's about. Playmakers, you know what I'm saying? Your parents, they take care of you growing up, and when you get older, you take care of them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay. So what about this? I also I do like how they got Miles Sanders up there though because
they got Sanders and then there's Drake, Eckler, and Mixon to round it out. So there's 7 of them.
I do like that. They got my man Mixon and Sanders up there now because they were they were outside of the top. No, Mixon never got outside the top 12, but he's what is that now? That makes him 9?
He's 11th right now.
11th. Oh, okay, so he actually moved back a little bit.
He's dropping on the ranks a little bit.
How dare them?
Yeah, this group right here is kind of like the group I'm not really feeling at all because you have to take them with pretty much your first pick. Maybe you get one of them on the swing around early second round.
Or you get 2 of them if you're in the back of the first. You get 2 of them,
but okay, Cook and Henry are the most stable options out of this group to me. if I had to take one of them late first round, I would for sure. Cook, I'm not. I don't know how I feel about Cook. I got a weird feeling about Cook this year for some reason.
Is me and you going to be wrong? Are we going to be wrong on Cook again because we were like on him for years?
Yeah, I mean he was elite last year for sure.
Are you okay with being wrong with him again? Because I'm probably not going to have any Cook, bro, unless I
am kind of okay because here's why. I'm taking CEH out of this tier. He's the only guy I would feel good because the situation is just too gold. Yeah, he's too gold. He fits in. They went and got him. He's a scheme fit. He's a Mahomes stamped him, like you said. It's like that's the guy with the upside to be the number 1 pick next year. I mean, a top 3 pick next year. The rest of these guys, Henry, like I said, Henry and Cook can do that too. I wouldn't be shocked. But Sanders, Drake, Eckler, Mixon, I'm not having any of them anywhere in the first round, early second round. One of them fall to the third round. The late or early third round, I'll grab one because that's a value at that point. But they're not guys I'm targeting. None of those guys right there. They're too highly priced, and I can't see them carrying your team this year. I just can't.
Hit me with the next tier, Gu.
We got tier 3, which is let's see. We got Aaron Jones, who rounds out number 12 of the RB1s. Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb, Todd Gurley, Fournette, and Chris Carson. Ooh. How you feeling? Okay. Any emotions? Emotional chords struck by that group? I know
Aaron Jones. I like that the industry is starting to hate on him, and kind of like there's, they show one. You see one piece of footage of goddamn AJ Dillon and them quads, and they're like, oh, push Aaron Jones back. You know what I mean? But I still think Aaron Jones, it's just a smart coach knows Aaron Jones gets hurt. He finally played 16 games, and it was because of that, the workload management. The efficiency was super through the roof. It's so hard to repeat efficiency, but at the end of the day, bro, who was the first guy before Russell Wilson, right? At quarterback, who was the first guy who repeated efficiency year in, year out? It was A-Rod. The biggest eyeballs in the game. You know what I mean?
But repeated efficiency? What about Peyton Manning? Peyton Manning was pretty efficient.
For sure.
That's for a long time too.
But he still threw a shitload of picks all the time too, though. You know what I mean? I'm talking about okay, you know what? Yes.
Peyton had a good strong 10 years of
I'm still right though. I'm still right with this because before Russell Wilson, it was Aaron Rodgers. Yes, before Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning. But in this case, Aaron Rodgers. So the fact that the efficiency of Aaron Jones in the passing game and on the ground, averaging, less than 15 carries a game, I could kind of see that rolling over, the more and more I think about it, because their defense is so bad, they're going to have to try to enforce the run to own time
possession.
Exactly. But it also won't surprise me if we see Aaron Rodgers do Aaron Rodgers things all year, because the opposite team, the opposing offense, can run the ball effectively and own time of possession, and then they're just going to be chucking that thing. But Aaron Jones, he's basically the number 2 in the receiving option. He's going to lead that team in reception. Behind Devontae Adams, he'll be second in receptions. You know what I mean?
I like Aaron Jones out of this group. I like him. I'm not worried about him at all. If you can... Green Bay went 13-3 last year. Let's just, I'm going to simplify it just a little bit. Aaron Rodgers does not like the system he's in right now. He doesn't like the talent around him at receiver. He has Devontae Adams is the only one he trusts. The rest of them, he's snuffing them in practice.
So you're telling me
silent treatment.
He's coming to the Niners in 2 years.
Right. Aaron Rodgers knows he's on the way out. He's going to have to run the ball like he did last year. He went 13-3. He can't come in here and just do what he wants this year. He has to play ball. Otherwise, he's going to look fucking retarded.
Let's get Aaron Rodgers on the line.
He went 13-3 last year. Stick to the formula that got you there. You went and got another running back now, A.J. Dillon, to just make, in case one of these guys get hurt, you still have another one. They're going to run the football again this year as much as they can, because like you said, that defense is bad. And then it's going to be a concentrated amount of targets to Adams, and Aaron Jones are their money makers. The other guys can fill in and produce, but those guys are the money makers. So give me Aaron Jones all day.
What about?
I'm fine with him, even in a limited amount of touches. If he's not a bell cow, 15 touches for 15 to 20 touches for Aaron Jones.
Who else is in this tier?
You get RB1 production. You're going to get RB1 production.
Can you run that back again? Who else is in this tier?
That's just my favorite guy in the tier. Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb, Todd Gurley, Leonard Fournette, and Carson. Aaron Jones should be in the other tier to me, but tier 2.
I could argue Aaron Jones in the other tier. I mean, because
I'll feel better with Aaron Jones over those other 4 guys in tier 2 that I didn't like.
Aaron,
and you're getting him later.
Playmakers, you all know I love Nick Chubb. I have him ranked 7th overall. He was at one point ranked 5th overall. Then I put, and then because this is during when the Cook with holdout type of news. Then Cook comes back. I pushed him back to 5. Then the Darkwing Duck opts out, and I had to, as an analyst, think, where in the fuck do I place CEH now? And I put him above Nick Chubb because, I mean, even when Nick Chubb getting the concussion right now and Kareem Hunt, who I think is a dickhead off the field, because he straight up was like, oh, I really appreciate all the reps I'm getting. You basically said, I love that he has a concussion because now, because now obviously Kareem Hunt's getting all the first team reps, you know what I mean? But it's like, and then all these Kareem Hunt truthers like myself as a player, but not the situation, but the people that are banging, beating that drum, they're like, yo, they're pushing him up in ADP, you know what I mean? And they're trying to push Chubb back. They're trying to push him down because Chubb was like a back of the first round guy until like this past week.
Yeah, Chubb is
he's fluctuated a lot.
I'm sinking on him. He's a guy I'm not going to really have this year.
I love Nick Chubb.
I do too, but the situation, there's just so many mouths to feed over there. And like, he is not an efficient player in the red zone. Until he proves he is.
That was a bad line.
Until he proves he is.
It was a bad line with bad play calling.
And you can make the argument that Kareem Hunt is a better running back than Nick Chubb. You can make that argument.
But pure runner, that's Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb is good. I'm not hating
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
But
is he going to be?
I think he's a better pure runner than Zeke.
But this isn't Aaron Jones. Like, he can have that same efficient amount of touches, but he's not going to get that goal line.
He can run,
he's not
and he can run routes.
Him in unless he breaks them.
He can run routes too. He can't. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he can run a couple routes. But here's the thing with Nick Chubb: is everybody just remembers those 9 carries in a row where they kept getting a first down. Then
how many touchdowns did Nick Chubb have last year?
Damn, that's a good question. I can't remember.
I got to pull that up.
Yeah, I think he had 4 rushing touchdowns, I want to say.
That's not that. And he had Kareem Hunt was gone half the year. Like that number can't go up when there's more mouths to feed.
Or I could say he's due for positive regression.
Before you pay for it, you're gonna want to see it. And a first round pick on Nick Chubb.
But still, though, I mean, we haven't seen it yet for CEH. You know what? Matter of fact,
he's in tier 3 now. He fell to tier 3 on ECR. I'm with that.
If I could be in the back of the first round, acquire me some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, swing around, get the chubby one, I'm fucking through the roof.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Not team. He could be. I could be wrong, and then you're going to be able to get him there next year at that same price tag.
Yeah.
He's not going to get much higher.
Kareem, I tell you this much.
There's a realm for his ceiling.
There's a realm, bro. There's a realm.
But anyway, okay. The rest of the guys in that group: Gurley, Fournette, and Carson. Any thoughts on them?
I mean, Carson he's the shit. It's just the injury shit, and then that's why he stays where he's at. Because recency bias, motherfuckers just remember him just falling apart in the championship, in the fantasy championship. Motherfuckers, they don't forget that. You know what I mean? So that's why he's there. Because, if he played all 16 and didn't have like fumbles that everyone just keeps saying, oh, he's a fumbler and this and that, because bro, he would have been, he would have been in that second tier.
Chris Carson was really good last year.
Yeah.
Really, really good. But I mean, like, you know me, like I'm a Carson truther. You know that last year.
Yeah.
I was ready to start my running backs with him, like as my RB1 last year.
We actually did that.
Yes. This year, I don't feel the same way. I don't know why. I just feel like Chris Carson was so good last year that I'm not sure he can match what he did last year, especially if they're bringing in other guys, and Russell might be throwing it more, and DK maybe takes a step.
Here's the thing.
You got Greg Olson now.
He did this 2 years in a row.
But he's getting beat up. Like, maybe they scale his touches
how about
back
this?
a little bit.
He tears the ACL. He tears the ACL 2017, right? 2018, he balls, but he was plagued by hamstrings, because hamstrings, they tend to be reoccurring after an ACL, because you're usually favoring the other leg. You're compensating. Like, remember I told you that even with the Dalvin Cook thing a couple years ago? I was like, remember I traded him, and I was like, bro, the most common injury that happens with players coming off ACL, and that's what happened. And so we seen that with Carson in 2018. But, you know what I'm saying, they had Mike Davis, who was able to, come through in the clutch. Because remember, if you remember, it was frustrating to have Chris Carson that first half of that year, because he would goddamn, he would be practicing all week, then it would be like, boom, he's not playing. You know what I mean? Or it was just a guy you had to monitor, right? And then motherfuckers were even dropping him, and you actually were able to acquire him off the waiver wire, and you went on to win that year, you motherfucker. But anyways,
whoops.
I know. Fucking shout out to James. And you know what I'm saying? Fucking guy. You know what I mean?
Hey, no, but here's the thing. I think Carson is still relatively safe this year. Like, I just think his ceiling is kind of capped. I don't think his ceiling is higher than what he did last year. I think he can, he'll be solid, but he's going to be
I think where he's being drafted
in some games.
Where he's being drafted, that gives if he can have just a floor of 1,000, you're not mad at your price tag. And maybe you give him, he had 37 receptions on 40-something targets. I think 47 targets. You give him, and I think his targets aren't going to be as high, actually. I think he goes down to maybe 40 targets, 35.
I think you have to scale him back just a little bit to keep him healthy.
Exactly. And, I don't know, man. Fuck you, Carlos Hyde, too.
Gurley has some upside there. I like Gurley in this tier. If he falls to third, fourth round, I'll feel comfortable.
Gurley's one of those guys. I actually started growing on him in the past month or two, because I just started realizing, goddamn, they got all them first rounders in that motherfucker.
He's going to have a lot of touchdowns this year, I think.
Yeah, I don't think the yards will necessarily be there.
Right. But he's got high touchdown potential.
And listen, he has had 3 years in a row of double-digit touchdowns. I don't see that stopping.
All right, so let's go to the next tier, then. Let's see. That's tier 4. Le'Veon Bell, James Conner, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, Jonathan Taylor, Mark Ingram, Kareem Hunt is up in tier 4 now.
Yeah.
Your boy Monty Burns, Montgomery, Singletary, Swift, Mostert, and James White round out. That's 29.
I love that James White jumped up that high. A lot of people in the industry are split on him. They're either with him or against him, right? I love the idea of James Conner, and I could pinpoint it to the moment I seen him chucking these logs. You know what I mean? He was doing.
I've heard about this. I haven't seen this video, though.
He was doing wilderness workouts. He was chopping down whole trees, picking them motherfuckers up, throwing them over his head. Yo, defenders, watch out. But it's also just the fact that where you can get him, and and what we've seen him be, a top 10 guy. I don't know why anyone's and who was above him? There was one guy above him. Le'Veon, 245 carries last year. I mean, it's a volume play, but I think it was you that coined it last year. You were like, it's going to be shady volume. And because remember, that was a figure of speech. Because Shady McCoy in his last couple years would get volume. But
Buffalo.
In Buffalo, he would get volume, but it wasn't nothing. It was shitty. It was shady volume.
20 carries for 68 yards.
Yeah, and that's kind of screams Le'Veon Bell. I mean, remember on the show, the 100th episode extravaganza, I had brought up the fact that they only had 9 carries in the 10 zone last season. That's not good, and that's so that's not. You're gonna have to bank on Le'Veon Bell, being used in the receiving game down there. I think his rushing touchdown upside is kind of capped. He's someone I've kind of been falling on. I love him as a player. Never loved him as a Jet. I'm okay with being wrong about him this year. Comfortable with that. James Conner, you just ride him till he dies for real. You know what I mean? Like fantasy wise, not in real life, but you know what I'm saying. You just ride that motherfucker till the wheels fall off. Who else is in this tier? Kareem Hunt, that's crazy high, bro. Like
he's 24th ranked. That's RB2. That's an RB2 they have him ranked. That's wild.
Crazy, bro.
But I mean, that's like Nick Chubb. I mean, that can't be. I just don't want any part of that situation.
You know what? You know what's realistic? Like 30 carries a game was what Stefanski did in over there in Minnesota, and that 22. It was about roughly. 30 touches a game to the running back position, I should say, because it was roughly about 18 to 20 carries for Cook, and then, if he got the 18, he got the 4 targets. If he got the 20, he got the 2 targets. Like it was just like, it was almost every week. That's all he knew, right? And then on the flip side, Alexander Mattison 8 carries, 2 targets, or 10 carries, 1 target. It was just like clockwork. It's not out of the realm of possibility. These 2 running backs are super talented with Hunt and Chubb. They get 15 carries a game each. It's not far-fetched. So maybe
they could. That has to be the formula. But I have to see it before I'm going to pay for it. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. When the early rounds, I like to pay for established identities. You know that. And if you're still figuring this shit out, I want to. You know what I mean? It looks good on paper. Theoretically, it should happen, but I want to see it before I'm going to pay for it. I'm just that dude. But this group right here. This is my favorite group of running backs in here to target for to try to get 2 to 3 of these guys and go receiver early.
You go receiver. So you're going 0 RB, and then this is when you start pulling off RB.
Absolutely. Le'Veon, I'm not mad at Le'Veon as a value at this point. I don't love him, but again, the volume will be there, and I'm kind of the mindset the Jets are going to be better this year than they were last year.
I tend to agree that.
You said what?
I tend to agree with that, but I start going back to Adam Gase with the Dolphins, where it was like we just wanted Kenyon Drake to be a thing. I go back to Chicago.
Somebody's going to be a thing on the Jets. Somebody is, and I'm really
my
excited
man
to find
Darnold
out who that guy
Schwarzenegger.
is. Right, but especially in the passing game, I think Le'Veon's going to be Le'Veon. He's safe.
Jamison
cool.
Crowder's the guy, dude.
The volume's there. We'll talk about that later. James Conner, love him as a value at this point. I started with him as my RB1 in the 12-team league.
Yeah.
In the invitational. Yeah. Melvin Gordon, I don't know. I like the situation, but it's still Denver, and they don't have an established quarterback. So I don't know. If Drew Lock is not the guy everyone is expecting him to be, it's shut down Melvin Gordon and make Drew Lock beat you, and that makes it tougher as a situation. So I don't know. Denver does have weapons, but I don't know about Drew Lock. So that kind of lowers my Melvin Gordon love just a little bit.
The one thing with Melvin Gordon is Pat Shurmur, he loves to throw at the running backs, but Lindsey can catch too. So it's I can remember. I mean, Pat Shurmur, when he had someone like Saquon, he just feeds one guy, but that's Saquon. You know what I mean? And is Melvin Gordon? They are paying him. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but here's another thing about Melvin Gordon too.
He needs volume.
He does, but when I watched him last year, he didn't look the same to me as he did the year before.
Here's the thing, though.
It looked like he lost a step.
He's always not been that good, to be honest.
He looked good to me for a couple of years. He looked elite. He was elite.
As far as because he would get a lot of volume. He was Todd Gurley light. He would get
but the way he hit those corners, I mean, he used to run hard. He didn't run as hard. It wasn't as crisp.
His yards per carry were so trash, bro. He needs the volume, and then he would get the targets and he would get the goal line touches. And I'll tell you, he did have a nose for that. Go ahead.
As an RB3, I wouldn't be mad if I grabbed
him or David Johnson.
Oh, David Johnson all day. All day. He's next to the guy. Him and Jonathan Taylor, the next 2 guys on this list.
Jonathan Taylor, I'm super high. I'm super high on him.
Oh yeah, I just got Jonathan Taylor in my dynasty league, and I'm fucking pumped about it.
Nice.
So, and I already had Marlon Mack, which I was mad about, but I ended up with the second pick, and I got Taylor. But I love him. David Johnson, I think, has potential to be RB1. Stable, if he just stays upright, Houston just loves to just run the ball ignorantly and just continue to pound it. Lamar Miller got so much work. Carlos Hyde got all this work. David Johnson's the best running back they've had since Arian Foster. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to give him that work. All he has to do is stay upright, David. Get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Take a couple injections if you need to real quick, just 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? And get right for this year because he's that dual threat 3-down back. It's like he can receive. Watson's going to be dumping it off to him when he's rumbling around. I like David Johnson as a value here. If he's my RB2, I'm fucking thrilled.
I fucking love you, David Johnson. Come back to greatness. Come back to us. After that,
let's see. Mark Ingram.
Hate him. Hate that god-awful Mark Ingram.
Singletary, Swift, Mostert, White. All right, so, Mark Ingram is a safe play to me as long as he's healthy. But I'm getting worried about Mark Ingram.
Hate that god-awful Mark Ingram.
J.K. Dobbins looks good. I watched a little highlight package, and most of everything J.K. Dobbins did in college was off of, a read option.
Yeah, and that's what they run over there.
Yep. So he's coming into it like a system fit, and he's more explosive than a Mark Ingram. So I am worried about Mark Ingram a little bit more than I was, but I still think Mark Ingram is that guy. He's the red zone guy. He's gonna be a pounder. He's just gotta get his 15 touches.
God awful.
Nah, Mark Ingram is cool.
He's on
an elite offense. Come on.
Mark Ingram.
Bump.
Listen. Mark Ingram, your Christmas card is not in the mail. What did he do for the fantasy guys last year? Was he there week 16? Was he there for you in that championship?
I don't know. I don't base it off of one game.
I do when it all counts.
You hold Chris Carson's injury against him. I don't.
Listen.
He got you there.
I didn't. But see, Chris Carson's fucking phenomenal. He's not god-awful Mark Ingram. I know, but
Mark Ingram
Ingram.
Fucking phenomenal offense. Give me guys. I'm tired.
He's over there riding Lamar Jackson's John. I bet you it was his idea to intro him. You think Lamar Jackson's like, hey, go ahead and introduce me? No, this motherfucker said, hold on. Big trust.
Was that guy, though?
Woo woo. Shut the fuck up. Trying to ride his John so you can stay on the team. And even
RB2 / flex play.
Even that organization doesn't like Mark Ingram because they went and said, "Whoop, J.K. Dobbins,
whoop whoop,
whoop whoop."
Montgomery, we like Montgomery.
J.K.
We both like the volume.
Just kidding. They're like Ingram, you're the starter. J.K. Nah, he's gonna start though. He's gonna start, and
he's the red zone back.
And that organization is smart. They, I think he had 12 targets and he had 5 receptions that went for a touchdown. That's crazy.
It's Mark Ingram, bro. You know what it is. You know what it was.
Yeah, we know what it is. God awful.
Devin Singletary, Montgomery,
trash.
Swift,
Singletary's trash.
Yeah, I'm not on Singletary. I'm not on him.
Yeah,
it's too high of a value, and I think Zach Moss is kind of buzzing right now. And he already was, but now it's just Buffalo's just gonna run it with Allen, him, and Moss. So there's not too much running volume for him.
They're gonna cannibalize all each other.
Nope. And it's not. He's just not the goal line back either. So Swift, I think Swift has some serious upside.
Yeah,
for sure.
Kerryon Johnson's hurt right now.
He's already hurt again.
I think so. You might want to look that up.
Not surprised. Raheem Mostert, love
him.
Mostert. DJ
Radio
Mostert,
Raheem.
A little bit risky, but he's like a Mark Ingram to me. He's tied to a great offense.
Yeah,
he's the most efficient guy.
I'm just biased. I love him.
Of course. James White.
We're going surfing, Raheem.
James White to me is like a souped-up Tariq Cohen.
James White?
Tariq Cohen with 8 carries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and without the speed.
Right.
James White can run the fuck out of a route, bro. That's what I love about him. And
that's why he's been there so long.
If he could just dump off, dump off to James White in the same fashion he was dumping off to a CMC, that's probably, listen, we love James White with Tom Brady because of that aspect. And if you really look in the past couple of years, he was up there in one of the quickest releases, Cam Newton, And his numbers started getting more accurate because he wasn't trying to like just bomb it down the field all the time. You know what I mean? So, and I'm pretty sure
safe floor PPR guy.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
so.
want him though, but if he's there,
what's crazy?
I want to see what New England looks like.
Damian Harris is gonna be a guy. He's gonna start, dude.
That's what I'm hearing.
And it pisses me off because fucking damn. Shout out to Fornicator, you fucking asshole. You took him. You took him. I was primed, and that's a product.
They have to run away with that job because Sony will be back. I don't know if he.
Yeah, but Sony, isn't it such a New England Patriots
thing? It's a different team now. It's a
different
team.
Isn't it such a New England Patriots thing to be like, yeah, we don't care.
On to the next one.
Yeah, but I don't care if you're a first rounder. Same way okay. Here's the thing with Damian Harris, they had him pretty much not active all year last year. Right. These other running backs, they'll be active because they'll play on special teams. So they need them active. They didn't make him active because they were like, all right, if and when Sony Michel completely dies, then we got Damian Harris. And now with a new quarterback, a new approach, and those guys starting on the pup, even Lamar Miller, they signed him, threw him on the pup. It's Damian Harris's time now.
He has a super sneaky upside and value, and if he gets that job, absolutely. But we don't know what Damian Harris is. We don't know what Damian Harris is.
I just remember him from college, bro. And in college, bro, he's fucking amazing, bro. In college,
Damian Harris is good, but is Belichick just going to trust him if he fumbles once or twice in the first week or two? What is? And then Sony comes back, He has the potential there, but he has to really show out to hold off Sony Michel.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, did we finish the running backs there?
That's the top 29 we named. Any other running backs you want to talk on that we didn't say anything?
Antonio Gibson, man, what's your temperature on him? Because the industry's been up on him.
Nah.
I was already on him before before he beat up his bitch. What's his name?
Geis?
Yeah.
Not so Mr.
Not so Mr. Nice Guy? Yeah. The Mr. Geis guy?
Mr. Geis guy?
Bro, that's fucking dumbass. And we don't promote that over here at the Real Fantasy Playmakers. We beat pussy up, not bitches. You know what I'm saying?
We released him from all formats.
Here's the thing. It's also the unknown. I think he only had 70 career carries in college, so it's really unknown. And it's just his measurables, 6 foot, 225, runs a 4.3, 4.3.
What are you hearing about him that makes him somebody?
He's a receiver converted to running back. So he's right. And okay, you know what throws me over the top is that they're comparing his skill set to CMC, and this is the regime that's there now. You know what I mean? That had CMC. It's the same regime. It's the Scott Turners with the Riverboat Ron. And hey man, and Riverboat Ron, man. Speedy recovery. Dude got cancer right now.
I heard that.
That's crazy, man. And you know what I mean? He's gonna hold it down still, man. He says he intends on coaching because they caught it at an early stage. He's gonna be going through treatment, man. Hey, man, Riverboat Ron, man, you're a legend, man. Shout out to he's part of the 85 Bears, right? Do I have that right? Because I'm higher as fuck right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I knew I had that right. Yeah, man. Hey, you're a legend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Speedy recovery. But yeah, so you're just off him.
I'm not touching really any. If you're grabbing a guy at the end, if he lasts in late.
But he's going the 10th round.
A bench stash? No, I'm not touching anybody on Washington running backs. I'll grab whatever guys left. Give me Bryce Love. Give me Adrian Peterson.
Bryce Love too. He might not even make the team. He has I think he's gonna start on the pup too. He has something going on with him because he tore his ACL.
I thought he was practicing and he was getting good reps. That's what I read the other day.
You know what? Because the last thing I read on him was 2 weeks ago. It was he wasn't gonna be ready for training camp.
But I think
isn't there another guy? There's another guy.
Is going to be a revolving door all year.
There's another running back there. It's not just Bryce Love.
AP.
No, not AP. There's another guy back there.
And the guy Gibson.
No, there's another one. There's another guy.
There's another one now?
Yeah.
I probably saw this. Hold on. Let me see if he's on this list.
Peyton Barber's there, but there's another guy too.
Oh, yeah, Peyton Barber.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not really relevant, though. I'll tell you that much. If his name's not coming up yet. Nope, he don't matter.
Yeah.
The only other guy on this list, I'm not touching Washington, so I don't. This whole situation just seems trash to me right now. But the other guy on this list, Cam Akers. I think Cam Akers might be a sneaky 50 to like
he can catch the
60, 75 catch. Yes, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. He might get a bunch of dump offs if they're just throwing it all day.
And
he looks like he can burst a little bit. So
college, bro,
I kind of went back last night and I had to just put eyeballs on all these rookies.
Yeah.
He was one guy I watched and I mean,
bro, I'll tell you
he
this.
just looked like he can catch it though for sure.
And he ran behind one of the worst ranked offensive lines, and he had the most yards after contact in college. The most yards after contact. That's an important stat. McVay probably read that stat and was like, I need this guy because that's what you're going to need behind that trash-ass line.
Run a little bit, but he can catch for sure. All right, so that covers running backs. Yeah. Let's get to receivers now. We got to dig into receivers.
Let's get into your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is where I have, like, all right, so tier 1 is, let's see here. What we got? Thomas Adams, Julio, Tyreek. Anything you want to speak on there?
I don't really like Tyreek up there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And he got he already pulled up Lamb going deep. Hammies are already
for real.
Or something. Yeah, that happened yesterday. You didn't hear that?
Dang, you know who? You know who that gives a boost to? Sammy Watkins. I know.
That's what I was saying in the thread. I kind of went in there and I said I was about to drop Sammy because I need defense still, and then that news happened and I was like,
I know. I don't know who I can drop for a defense eventually.
I just can't make a move. I see all these other people over there running up the count. Hard to start running up their transaction count. Yeah. I can't make a move.
Well, it's unlimited, so I'm mad at it.
Of course, I love
it. But you know what's funny? I have to sit on my hands because I'm trying to figure out a way where I could package up Anthony Miller and Trubisky to a person that wants it. But I need...
And I have to let that value boost after week 1.
Yeah, I know. So I can't tank week 1 without a defense. Like, our defenses in this league, they score a lot. You know what I mean?
We'll get to that. But all right, so as from this tier, I'm with you. Tyreek Hill's the guy I'm not really messing with as a tier 1 guy.
The last time he played 16 games, he had like 7 out of 13 in the regular fantasy season where he scored under double digits in PPR. I don't like that.
He's super boomer bust.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he's tied to Mahomes and he beats his children. I don't like that. Sometimes kids need a good smacking, but listen, he beats his kids up like.
Grab the switch.
Yeah, he plays open chess with his son. That's what the wife was saying. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So Tyreek Hill, I can pass on him.
The freak.
He's good. I mean, he's on the team to be on. So
yeah, love him as a player, but I don't want him.
Next tier, we got your boy D Hop, Nuke Skywalker, Godwin, Allen Robinson, and Kenny Galladay. Go ahead, because I'm gonna dig in on this one's real quick.
So I have been falling on D Hop because first of all he has a hammy, but he's back to practice, right? So it was slight. He's shown and proved that he can catch balls from anybody. It don't fucking matter. Matter of fact, his numbers with Deshaun Watson were comparable to like when he was with like TJ Yates and shit like that. Wasn't too far off because matter of fact, his targets dwindled down with Watson because Watson will run here and there. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. When you look at that fucking his player matchups, it's incredible. Jalen Ramsey twice. He's very familiar with him. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna play the Niners twice. Yeah, he'll probably fuck up Sherm. Goddamn. And then who else is in it? And then Seattle. I don't worry about their corners. I mean, one of the twins, one of the Griffin twins will probably be on him. Maybe Dunbar. You know what I'm saying? Dunbar was kind of dope with Washington, but either way, not really worried about that matchup. So in division, probably 2 games I'm uncomfortable with him. But when he plays it, he's gonna play Gilmore. He's gonna play Xavier Howard and Tre'Davious White. Like, depending on where these games, bro, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe where he goes, I like him because I was putting early mocks when the hype was all there. I was pulling him up in the back of the first, early second. I was just to see how it would turn out. But now it's like him going in the back of the second. That's where he belongs.
Yeah, I mean, he's cool there. D-Hop is kind of a guy like, I had him last year. You know that.
Yeah.
And
I had him everywhere too because I traded for him.
I think I'm fading D-Hop at the value he's at. I personally like Godwin more than I like D-Hop this year. And so, but I mean, he is still elite. I rank him those instead of my personal ranking. Godwin and Hopkins are tier one receivers, and I have 6.
I got Godwin at 6 overall. I got Galladay at 5.
Allen Robinson and Kenny Galladay. I can't.
I grew the most on those two in this entire offseason.
You've what?
I grew the most on those two in this entire offseason. Them two and Robert Woods.
I mean, Robert Woods, you're getting in the 5th round.
But you already know I always love Bobby. You know Bobby's one of my guys too, though. So
I will not have any Allen Robinson. I may have a Kenny Galladay here if he falls to a 3rd round, and I need a receiver, and I'm just going receiver theory. And it's a. But I mean, I don't like either of these guys at this value. I'm not going to have them, to be honest.
Love those
guys. That's why I'd rather go grab those running backs that are sitting there instead of like being forced in that late 2nd round, 3rd round. I would rather look at the running back values.
Chris Carson or Allen Robinson?
2nd round? I ain't doing it, Bogie.
They roasted me for going Carson over Allen Robinson in the SBI, but the reason I did it was because then I would have swung around and targeted running back, and then the next on my ranking, because I try to be disciplined to my rankings, it was David Montgomery, so I would have went Allen Robinson, then Montgomery. I'm not doing that, and then I wasn't comfortable with pulling up. What's his name? Connor there, like, because, I just felt like, I'm kind of, like, maybe overdrafting him just a tad there, but I was also overthinking, but getting Carson there where I got him, then swinging around, getting my first quarterback, I was about that, you know what I mean?
That's fine. That was safe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, from these guys, this group, it's like, you're paying a premium for Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson's the truth, bro.
Allen Robinson is not going to lead you to a title, bro.
He is so safe.
Don't put his name next to Chris Godwin's name.
He's so safe.
Chris Godwin was that guy last year. He showed it.
He was
the truth.
Allen Robinson's role is going to be the DJ Chark role in that John DeFilippo system from last year. Because that's what's over there now. I mean, and it don't matter. Allen Robinson,
not paying for Allen Robinson.
Not
paying for Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay maybe 3rd round, 2nd round. Like, I'm fuck that.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Because we'll argue all day about that.
No. Tier 3: DJ Moore, Juju, Mike Evans, Odell, Cooper, Thielen, Woods, and Kupp.
Love DJ Moore. Cooper Kupp, starting to warm back up to him because I was, Cooper Kupp was my guy last year going running back heavy, and then I'd get Godwin and Kupp, and that was my tandem. I went running back.
That was gangster for the first 8 weeks.
It really was. It was gangster for the first and all the way up until Godwin got hurt for real. You know what I mean? And then once they started going
until Goodwin or Kupp slowed down too.
Yeah. Like by week 10, they had full on already 12 team personnel, but he ripped off a touchdown a game for the last 5 straight. So it was like, because he never lost his red zone appeal. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that, he's so far removed from that ACL that, you know what I mean? When he's out wide, he could play better because he was terrible out wide. Like, he shines out of the slot. And then every time they run 12 personnel, which is probably going to be anywhere from 35% of the time. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that he's going to never be in a slot. He still will have some slot roles. So I like him. I would have Cooper Kupp higher than all these guys here. Is Calvin Ridley in here, actually?
Calvin Ridley is not, but you can make the argument to bump him up.
I would like Calvin Ridley up here, dog, because I actually have Calvin Ridley in my top 12.
I like that. This no, that's not crazy. He's a guy that I'm big on, and he's trending up. And if you're going heavy running back early, and you're gonna just start to do what you did last year with a Godwin, get a guy like a Godwin and a Kupp, 4th and 5th round.
Yeah, maybe like a Robert Woods and a Calvin Ridley, Robert Woods.
Ridley is a guy who can boom into elite territory pretty soon. So those are the kind of guys you want to look for. Cooper Kupp boomed, and you know what I mean. This group. It's there's some PPR beasts in here though. Still, it's is Juju back? Is Mike Evans going to be efficient in the red zone? Is he going to be the
I think
deep
Gronk.
threat?
I think Gronk and O.J. Howard are going to hurt Mike Evans' red zone appeal.
Fuck O.J. Howard.
I'm just saying, dog, like, you know O.J. Howard's ahead of Gronk right now, too?
Yeah, because he needs to play more snaps because Gronk can't hold up for 16 playing like 70% snaps. Gronk's going to be on a minimum snap count. It'll be red zone packages. It'll be third down, some third down packages. And like,
you know how I know we're back, Gu? Because every time you say words like packages or package, like it's
you want to say pause?
Yeah, we're back.
We are back. But of this group, I'm not comfortable starting my team with any of these guys as a receiver one. Like, really. You know, like, especially in those leagues where you need receivers, most guys going running backs earlier or getting a quarterback, like, this is where you're starting your receiver group, and I want to be closing off my receivers.
Is DJ, my run this group again? Is DJ Chark?
DJ Moore, DJ Chark is not here.
Okay, yeah.
So okay, let me just say who I'm not really
DJ Moore
on this group. DJ Moore is a guy, like, he's going to get peppered with targets again. But I don't know, the whole new regime, new system, like new everything, new quarterback.
And I do tend to believe in history where anytime there's a new regime or it's a rookie head coach, not new regime, rookie head coach, they're gonna run one of the lowest plays amounts of plays on offense. It's just because it just happens like that. And this team, they ran over like 1,000 plays on offensive plays last season, so they were up there at the top of the league. You know what I mean? Like I just, you know what I mean? That's gonna take a dip. So
he could be. I think he's still safe though. I think to get his targets. But yeah. I mean, I don't know what that whole thing is gonna look like. You can't expect it to just be what it was last year. Like,
shout out to Fornicator. He brought this stat. My man Smoking Jay. He brought this stat to my attention. He was like, DJ Moore had like 15 deep balls that were deemed uncatchable. You know what I mean? And it's like he'd be like open in the red zone or like, you know what I mean, open in the end zone, like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
But, I mean, maybe the thing with DJ Moore too is that they could like Teddy could target him like a Michael Thomas and just be that 15, like 10 to 15 target guy a game. And
yes.
Like, he has huge upside to like really shoot up too. So, but it's like there's also. It's a risk because it's a brand new situation. So like he's a guy I'm weary of in the third round.
Real quick, I just opened a studio door to let some air in here. Oh, out your way. Is this smoky than a motherfucker?
Oh yeah.
Because Playmakers, where we're from, shit is literally on fire right now. There was a crazy thunderstorm, lightning, all the shit started striking things, lighting shit on fire, and this shit is crazy out here right now.
Yep.
They're evacuating certain areas. It's real bad, man. You know, our prayers to everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. This 2020 shit. But yeah, okay, so let's move. I think we can move on to the next tier.
Yep. You
had someone you want to touch on.
A couple guys real quick. Odell, another guy I'm not touching. Cooper, it's like, I know what Cooper is. I know you're not on him. I'm not really on him, but if the clock is running down and
We're talking about the Pooper Scooper.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck him.
Adam Thielen. I like Adam Thielen, but I'm like, I need Cousins to like really.
Did
be
you
able to
hear?
spread the ball
They
around
said
and
something interesting. They came out and said they're gonna start putting Irv Smith out wide.
My boy.
That's crazy, right? I kind of like that.
No, because they need weapons. Like they're kind of.
And
he's
an athletic freak.
Is like.
Justin Jefferson.
It's just a straight question mark.
And he's a straight slot guy. Like, when I started digging deep into, like, his film and shit, bro, he's not great out wide. And so, like, that's going to push Thielen out wide. Thielen always shines.
Thielen is Kirk Cousins' most trusted target.
Yeah.
Thielen is what it is. Thielen is going to get his targets.
And you're loving Thielen as your number 3.
No. I actually really don't love Adam Thielen. I don't. I love the
You're going to watch Aaron Jones all year and be like, fuck Thielen.
I might be, bro. It might be tough. It's Adam Thielen, though, but if he holds up, he's going to get a ridiculous amount of targets over there. He's going to be the chain mover. He's the most established guy.
Hopefully he can hold up because he's
Jefferson's going to come in and just be that guy to just like, I'm not.
He basically missed camp. Or not, he didn't miss camp. He's back now, but.
No, Thielen's just going to be reliable. He's going to be a target machine. He's safe to me. And if Adam Thielen at his best was pretty damn good a couple years ago.
You know who was the shit in the Gary Kubiak offense?
Who?
Emmanuel Sanders.
What are we talking about? Denver days?
Yeah.
Fair. So,
I'm just saying, because that could be the Thielen.
Have to be the big play
role.
guys. Jefferson and Irv Smith, those guys have to be threats. Otherwise, Adam Thielen is just going to get blanket coverage, and you're going to stop Dalvin Cook. You're going to load the box on Dalvin Cook. But, I mean, if the run is there, like the pass will be there too, and Thielen's always going to be his first look. Bottom line, he's always going to be his first look, and then he's going to, you know what I mean? He'll progress on. But so that's the only reason I like him. But I mean, of this group though, I didn't want him as a wide receiver 1. You know what I mean, I put him in there as a 3. So tier 4. Okay. Let's go on from them. Tier 4, your boy Ridley's in tier 4. AJ Brown, the Shark Knight, Keenan Allen, TJ Lockett, the Scottish Lad, Terry McLaurin, Cortland Sutton, DK Metcalf, and one Devontae Parker.
I'm not mad at this entire group. This entire group, I love them all. I've grown on all these guys in the offseason. I'm willing to pull up someone like Ridley in the back of the 4th. I'm willing to pull up Chark early 5th. McLaurin, I love that he goes in the 6th. Like you're getting a stupid high upside guy. You got a regime over there that's gonna run a ton of plays on offense, like I said, because they're coming over from Carolina. You know what I mean? Motherfucking Tyler Lockett. I don't know why people like the hype on DK Metcalf so crazy that people are forgetting about goddamn Tyler Lockett just being super. As much as Russell Wilson repeats efficiency, obviously that correlates with his connection with Lockett. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I'm with you on Metcalf. He's the guy. So 3 guys in this group. I'm really not going to have any shares of, and that is one Keenan Allen.
Me neither.
Not going to have Keenan Allen this year.
I love where he's going, but yeah, I'm not having him.
Not going to own Cortland Sutton.
Me neither.
And DK Metcalf. If you're telling me I get to pick between Metcalf,
I forgot these 3 guys are in this tier.
Lockett,
yeah,
Tyler, give me the guy. Like maybe I'm the old man now, bro. Maybe I'm just the get off my lawn kind of.
We are old.
I don't know what happened, but like, give me the guy I've seen Russell Wilson.
Time happened, man. Grandfather
over and over.
time.
And like DK Metcalf is like more of a physical specimen receiver. He's not like he's going deep and he's getting
if he's going to be the outside guy. If he's the outside guy,
running across the field, all left and all over, crossing routes and like.
If he's the outside guy, it's the same argument for Nuke. He's the outside guy. He's going to draw twice a year. The Niners twice a year. Jalen Ramsey twice a year. I mean, then play the NFC East and the AFC East. Like he's going to get Darius Slay. He's going to get from the Eagles. He's also going to get goddamn Tre'Davious White, fucking Stephon Gilmore, and goddamn Xavier Howard. Like, they're going to eat this guy up.
Are we talking about Nuke?
Talking about DK Metcalf.
DK, yeah. Same schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
My bad. I can't justify that guy with give me the guy that like is more proven. You know what I mean?
AJ Brown, I'm curious to hear because AJ Brown was the epitome of efficiency.
AJ Brown was the guy that I was looking at over when I took Juju. I took Juju over him, and I don't know. Like, I just don't think he's gonna have high enough volume to like he was efficient as fuck. And like AJ Brown
in training camp so far, they've been putting him all over the place. In the slot out wide.
I mean, if he takes that next step, I wouldn't be surprised. But like, the upside is the ceiling is really high with AJ Brown. You know what I mean? But he did it 1 year. It was 1 year I've seen, and it wasn't like it was what he get like 60 something catches, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't a ton of catches. Like it was just like a ton of touchdowns.
52
but he
receptions.
Is that guy in the red zone. They're gonna throw it up to him.
If I remember correctly, he was a little over 50, and like he got that thou wow.
Right. So like. He could take that next step for sure. I'm not mad at him. If you're looking for an upside receiver here, like that's why
I just can't believe that. I refuse to believe that someone like Tannehill is going to be like a 3,500 yard passer. He's probably going to be like a 3,200 yard passer.
I mean, if they're just gonna run what the same formula was last year, then right. But I mean, I always get the feeling like when in the NFL when you end a year. you have to understand that teams have a whole year of tape on what you just did. You know what I mean? And they're going to game plan for that. So
if you're a good coach,
if you're a good coach, you're ready to counter what's about to happen, and you're prepared for loaded boxes and stuff. So you may have to pass more, or, you know what I mean, to get people to, you know what I mean, be like, oh shit, they, you know what I mean, or just exploit shit. So I don't know, they could pass it more, but like
they're paying Tannehill they're paying him the big old bag of skrill.
Might want to keep him healthy and run Derrick Henry into the ground now that you've given him his money.
Yeah,
get your money's worth for him. So yeah, I like AJ Brown. The other guys I didn't like, Sutton, too high of a value.
And too many weapons now. Too
many weapons.
And they're probably going to be low pass volume team too. I mean, I looked back at like Pat Shurmur's time with Case Keenum in Minnesota. He was like a little bit over 3,200 yards passing, I think, but he did start majority of the year. I mean, it's still though. Look at Eli Manning under Pat Shurmur in a whole year. Like they're not going to pass. He's not going to break no more than 3,500 passing yards, if that. And I'm talking about Drew Lock.
Yeah, so that's why he's kind of capped.
I still love him though, where he's going, like Drew Lock. Like
I think Jerry Jeudy will be better than him at some point.
I tend to believe that. PPR.
The other guy of this group that I wasn't as in love with, and then I'm starting to really fall in love with again, is our boy.
Oh, the Scottish lad!
Fire up the
bagpipes! Oh, I need to get my soundboard back active.
Here's why, yes. Ron Rivera's in Washington.
DJ Moore.
Boom. That's like
drop the mic.
It's kind of like caveman theory, I guess. It's not like
but this is
simplistic,
but that's Bogart's approach to everything, though. I look at coaches and coordinators, and then I look at the personnel they have, and I relate it to the system that they run. So this is
So he can beat DJ Moore. They get those crazy targets, and
it's Scott Turner there. And I love how Robbie. Did you see when Robbie was he just hates DJ Moore?
He hates DJ Moore?
Yeah.
He hated a lot of guys, I noticed.
Yeah, I love Robbie.
Bad interviews gone wrong.
Yeah, you have a bad interview with Robbie, you're on his shit list.
Shout out Daryl Henderson.
Yeah.
All right, so Devontae Parker can be big upside too, but what's his name? Preston Williams is back. I love him if Fitzmagic is in there all day, but we know Tua's going to get in at some point.
But here's the thing: Tua's a very accurate passer. And
I know, but here's what's going to happen.
And they're going to have to keep a spy on him because he's a mobile guy.
I don't care about him being an accurate passer. That's fine. Still, he's coming off an injury, and you're not going to just get your rookie quarterback killed. It's going to be a heavy amount of those running backs are going to have to run the ball. And they kind of have – I like the way they kind of get down over there in Miami. I think those running backs will be able to produce some cheap money. You went out and got two running backs. So if Matt Breida stays up,
they're the new version of Freddie Jackson and C.J. Spiller under Chan Gailey.
I don't know. Freddie Jackson was pretty good. So that's
Breida.
Those are big shoes to fill. But if anybody's Freddie Jackson,
let's call him the poor man's version.
It's Jordan Howard is Freddie Jackson. So give me Jordan Howard this year.
Because Freddie was the banger
of the two. But Matt Breida, he's gonna. I like him, but I want to get both of them if I can.
And you got him. You do got both of them.
Shout out to those running backs.
Yeah.
So that's what tempers me on Parker just a little bit because when Fitzmagic's in there, it's all guns.
He's peppering.
It's guns a-blazing. If he sees it, he's calling the audible and he's chucking
the Magic Man.
I love him. You know I love him.
Yeah, I love him too. Hey, man.
Wait till next year.
The Christmas card is in the mail. Magic Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And he's going at like the QB 29, QB 30.
He's a waiver wire guy.
Hey, let him play 10 games and watch what happens.
Bro, he's a QB 12 at least.
He's going to act a fool.
He's a QB 1, bro.
But he'll also have those terrible fucking blow-up games.
But we like it because he is one of the presidents. He's a former president of the Pick Six Club. Let's go.
Tier 5 and the final tier we'll break down before we get up out of here. These receivers. Let's go. I'll sound them off. T.Y., Stephon Diggs, Tyler Boyd, Jarvis, A.J. Green, Edelman, Gallup, Hollywood, Marvin Jones, Will Fuller, and Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, okay, I only like 3 guys here. I like Brandon Cooks, Tyler Boyd, and you said another name. Who was after? Yeah, I love Hollywood. That's right. Those 3.
You said who? Brandon Cooks, Hollywood, and who?
And Tyler Boyd.
And Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, the rest of the guys, they can go fuck themselves.
T.Y. was the guy coming into this offseason.
So big on him.
Draft season, I was so big on him.
Me too, because where we can get him.
I can't touch him now.
Nah, me neither.
And there's a guy that I am falling in love with after.
Paris
and
Campbell?
This is what. You're not, no, you're on the wrong one.
Pittman.
Michael Pittman, bro.
Yeah.
It just screams Vincent Jackson to me.
Yeah, Mike Williams
bro.
even. Mike Williams even, but better.
A better Mike Williams.
Yeah.
He looks like a better Mike Williams. Mike Williams just seems like just a jump ball guy. Michael Pittman.
Because here's the thing, too.
I think Michael Pittman and Phillip Rivers are going to have something for sure.
The last field stretcher at that stature of T.Y. Hilton was like Travis Benjamin, and he was extremely boomer bust with Phillip Rivers. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
T.Y. will be fine if T.Y.'s there, but if T.Y. out, Michael Pittman, bro, I'm screaming
T.Y.'s hurting right now.
I'm screaming his name. He's hurt? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Michael Pittman's hurt?
No, T.Y.'s hurt right now.
I know he's hurt. Oh, don't scare me like that. I thought I was sounding like a clown.
Nah. I mean, you know me, I'm going with like the safe floor guy, Paris Campbell, but you know how I felt about Paris Campbell last year. You know,
Phillip Rivers is going to throw it.
The Frenchman.
He's going to throw it to
Paris.
Mark my words, bro.
Yeah.
That's the guy, bro.
I just don't see it. Here's the thing, though.
Style, bro.
Frank Reich is so old school. It's not going to happen out the gate with a rookie. That's why I worry a little bit about Jonathan Taylor.
I don't believe in Paris Campbell. I don't believe. And who's the other guy over there?
We're stopping this podcast right now.
Who's the other guy over there?
It doesn't matter.
I'm forgetting his name.
It doesn't matter.
Zach Pascal.
Yeah.
Not by no.
The broke Frenchman.
Right. Zach Pascal. Zach Pascal.
Sacre bleu.
Michael Pittman. All right. After that, though, that's all.
Hey, man! If he's a thing, he already has a nickname, bro. Pimpin'.
Bro.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Now I want him to be a thing.
He's gonna be
even more than the Frenchman. Paris. Campbell.
I don't believe Stephon Diggs, no. Not
fuck Stephon Diggs.
Tyler Boyd and AJ Green are.
AJ Green's hurt right now.
Is he hurt already?
Yeah, bro.
Shut your mouth.
He has soft tissue injuries. He's repping the soft tissue.
All right, yeah, fuck AJ Green. All right.
Remember, there was a brief moment. There was a brief moment though. We were on him for a minute just because of the value and the upside.
He's healthy. You expected to be healthy, AJ Green.
Yeah.
Not healthy AJ Green can go fuck
himself. It's not the reality the past couple years.
After that, Edelman, he might be all right.
Yeah.
He might be all right. Safe floor. I mean, a glorified Cole Beasley at this point with Cam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Red zone target guy, maybe. Gallup, but Gallup, a lot of people are in love with.
I love Gallup, though, because, first of all, Gallup has a built-in WR1 path because goddamn Cooper can go down and he'll be the guy. Like, matter of fact, Cooper being healthy is even better because he's going to draw number one coverage. And Gallup put up more production last year. You know what I'm saying?
Gallup was good last year. But
and then the slot guy, even Randall Cobb had some big games out the slot. That's going to be CeeDee Lamb. So
they're going to spread it out, bro. They pounded the table to get CeeDee Lamb.
Shout out to Justin from Clock Management. He said this on the 100th episode. He said, I think a lot of people are looking at the damn there 5,000-yard outing of Dak, and then it's just pushing all these receivers up.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
love Gallup.
You're getting him in the 6th, 7th round, maybe the 8th. You know what I mean? Like, he could fall a little bit.
I would rather have Hollywood in a lower pass volume team than Michael Gallup, though.
It just seems like there's just going to be so many mouths to feed, and I think they're going to want to get CeeDee Lamb involved in that offense. They're not going to. They didn't draft him.
Well, cokehead Michael Irvin's over there just mumbling.
They gave him 88, bro. They gave him 88.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's my son.
It's my son.
You know, he calls everybody who wears 80. He's got Dez, his son.
Absolutely.
That's my boy. My boy Dez. Get on the ball.
Sweating ass.
Sweating, coked out till this day. He's even clean now. It's just so much in his DNA. He's just still sweating it out over 30 years of cocaine abuse.
Yeah, so Gallup is cool. I'm not mad at him. I don't know. it just seems like it's not gonna be what it was last year. I don't know.
Let's not even bring up Will Fuller or his lineage. Fuck him. Fuck the pappy, the grandpappy. Listen, when my son starts playing fantasy, right, and Will Fuller the 8th is there, fuck him too. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them all.
Fade off the Fuller lineage?
Yes.
Hey, I'm actually going to disagree.
I knew it.
You know that. Only because at this point, if you're getting him as a starter, then shit. But you should be a bench player.
That god-awful Will Fuller.
And the upside is huge for Will Fuller. I don't care what you say. The upside is huge.
All Fuller.
Hopkins is gone. So Fuller and Cooks, one of those guys has pretty tough.
His name is Will Awfuller.
I kind of like that.
Will Awfuller, the 5th.
All right, so I'm not mad at him. Like I said, the
hate him.
Upside is just too great at this point in the draft.
I agree, though.
Pass up on him. So I know he's injury prone. You got to expect it. Don't come in relying on him and expect him to be RB2 or W2.
Small hands like a carny. How does he even catch the ball?
Yeah. All right. So we went through. That's the top 36. Any receivers we didn't talk about that you want to talk about?
Anthony Miller and Paris Campbell.
Okay, Paris.
Jamison Crowder. You know, all the slot guys. I love those guys.
The slot guys.
Yeah.
They're cool. Okay. What do you like the target share again this year?
Yeah, I mean, like, here's my thing with Anthony Miller, bro. Like, he was the shit, bro. First year, he just gets injured. You know what I mean? But great route runner. He's a red zone target. He's like a poor man's Calvin Ridley to me. Like, as far as like how he operates out of the slot, because Calvin Ridley's crispy as fuck. He's not the biggest guy. Crispy as fuck. He finds a way to find separation in little areas. That's Anthony Miller. You know what I mean? You got everyone was super hype on D.D. Westbrook last year. Oh, he's gonna be the slot guy in a goddamn John DeFilippo system. And guess what? When John DeFilippo was there with the Eagles, you know, even Nelson Aguilar was a thing at one point. Then when he fell off, they went and traded for Golden Tate. He was a thing out of the slot. So now all those same theories. That's over there in Chicago now. Why wouldn't that be Anthony Miller, who's a clear-cut number 2 option in the receiving game?
Very fair. Very fair. No, that's the math is there. It's all should add up to
fantasy math.
He flashed last year. He did flash.
Yeah, you know, and then he'll fuck you right after. Like,
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to hold it against him.
But I love him. I love the recency bias on him though. That he's just so late. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so like he's a guy I would rather have than over an Allen Robinson. I think you can get Allen Robinson type production some weeks from Anthony Miller.
I can't argue that.
I know you can't because you're pounding the Anthony Miller drum.
Yeah. Yeah.
One guy I think I just have to say that has not been brought
Denzel
up.
Perryman.
Denzel Perryman, no. But
Brashad Perryman.
Right on the last name.
Denzel Perryman's he was a linebacker or a D lineman.
He was a linebacker, but my boy. Brashad Perryman.
Brashad, the other Frenchman. Brashad
yes.
Perryman.
Bro, that's my guy.
I know it's your guy.
If I fuck around and grab, like...
And Denzel Mims is hurt right now.
Yes. No. Yes, he is, but I don't care about Denzel
I'm just saying that he's missing the entire
Carry my jockstrap, bro. Okay? No. Okay? No. You bring snacks to practice, Rook. Okay? No. Not buying the Rook. Brashad Perryman is going to be that guy. Him and Herndon, bro. I'm so ready for it. I'm ready to be a Jets fan this year.
Adam Gase begs to differ.
Turn up the Jets.
Yeah, shout out to Joe.
They're going to be the cheapest production you can get, bro. I'm telling you. Perryman, bro.
You know what? I can't argue this because I love my man, the Terminator.
Here's one thing I told you last year. I was down to start. I pounded the table. When Chris Carson was down, I was down to be RB1 with him last year. I'm down for Brashad Perryman to start the year at my WR2. I'm sorry, 3. Not 2.
I think Xavier Howard's going to erase him. And then
it's week 1. No, he's playing Buffalo.
Yeah, week 1. But after that, you know what I mean? Then he plays the Niners and I don't know.
Concentrated targets. He's their best receiver. He's ascending. I saw something from you, Perryman, last year. Okay?
Yeah.
And I trusted you. When Godwin got hurt, I saw what you did. Jameis overthrew you on a few big passes. Otherwise, things would have been a lot different last year. Okay? No, he flashed. I saw something. These eyes, they seen something. And Perryman, bro, that's my guy. I'm telling you. I'm with him.
And another guy too, man, and probably a deeper league guy, 14 teaming up, Steve Sims.
Simmons. Yeah, I mean, they got to get him involved. They need to get people involved in Washington.
Yeah, that's true.
They just
the
need
football
something.
team.
The football team. I think they're going to be the football team all year. They're not going to have a name.
No, you know what's funny?
They're going to be the football team, bro.
On Rum Boys After Dark a few weeks ago when they were discussing the name change and there wasn't a name yet, I said, whenever they refer to the Giants, they call them the New York football team. Why don't they just call it the Washington
Football Giants?
Yeah, football Giants. And I was like, why don't they just call it Washington football team? And then boom, it happened. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, you said that before they switched?
Bro, I posted that shit. Like we were all laughing about that on episode the 100 episode extravaganza. I was correct. It's not really saying much though.
Sims, yeah, he's sneaky value, and he's free. You're not paying for him.
Yeah,
he's not paying for him.
What about Brandon Ayuk and?
I like the rookie
and
receivers.
Rager too.
I'm feeling
Rager too.
Obviously, CeeDee Lamb's going a little higher than I want to take him.
Yeah,
but Judy and Rager for sure. Jefferson is a stash. After that,
Jalen the Turd, he might be out for the season. You know what I mean?
Who?
Jalen Turd, Hurd.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is out for the season.
Yeah, and then
Ayuk is in there.
He's over there. He's chilling with Joe Williams, the legend. You know what I mean?
You couldn't remember his name last time.
I couldn't. I mean,
I was actually watching that and I was screaming Joe Williams.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, man, I couldn't fucking remember his name because I was trying to make a point for I was like, Shanahan. Shout! He pounds the table for these guys sometimes, and it just doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ayuk. He's one of the guys I went back and watched his just a quick. I just wanted to see what they look like, and all I saw was him just running after the catch, pretty much. So I mean,
but that fits our system.
Schemed open, yes, and which is what Shanahan does. But I don't know. I didn't see. I mean, he didn't seem like a big a physical specimen. He's more of a speedster, and he's got a burn. So
his measurables.
The role is there though for him for sure. And if he stays healthy, if he looks durable. You know what I mean?
His measurables are like Nuke. 80-inch wingspan or 70-inch wing, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Same height. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, he's going late enough to where you can stash him. And there's some upside there. They'll grow into a role. But
Duke Skywalker?
Darius Slayton. I'm kind of not mad at some Darius Slayton.
He's
not the only upside over there.
He's just upside of those. Look up his numbers.
Receivers.
Efficient.
He's the guy they throw it up to, though. He's the guy they throw it up to deep.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
The other two guys are more like
Danny Dimes. Guys. I mean, that's why he has that nickname. He's just dropping dimes like a snitch.
He's gonna throw it, bro.
You like how last year I was hella on Danny Dimes, and this year I'm just off him.
I mean, he's ranked a lot higher than he was for sure. But I mean,
he was remember last year? I was super on him. Anytime.
I don't know why you're off him though. What happened?
It's the schedule, and it's I see him having 450 pass attempts. I look back on Dak Prescott's rookie year with the clapping ass Jason Garrett, and bro, I feel like it's a brand new rookie year.
Dak was efficient in his first 2 years though.
But they also had one of the best lines. You know what I mean? That line didn't really improve. And then matter of fact, yes, they
did just spin a first round.
Yeah, I know. But then they also lost Nate Solder, so it's you know what I mean?
It's true. But I mean, they're trying to they're putting everything around him.
He's a rat. I don't like him.
All right, so I mean that wraps it up for the receivers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this show we can put a stamp on this one.
Yeah, real quick, just I mean, you already mentioned Chris Herndon, so you don't have to mention a tight end. I will say Hayden Hurst is a guy I've been banging the drum for him and Jonnu Smith. Both of us are on Jonnu Smith. But quarterbacks, man, I mean, obviously the Minshew the Ginsu, I'm really big on him late. But Cam Newton's the one I've been warming up to the most out of the quarterbacks. You got an honorable mention?
Cam's. I'm okay with Cam. I'm kind of he's not warming up for me. He's kind of just where he is. I don't know. There is a little. I am a little worried about the hiatus and complete new team and is Belichick now. So We'll see. We'll see what they're going to do with him.
Josh McDaniels and Tim Tebow. Enough said.
For sure. They're not going to run Cam Newton like that, bro.
I think they would. They have no quarrels. They have no quarrels.
But you can't get him hurt. Cam wants to stay up and get paid, bro. He wants to stand up and get paid this year.
Yeah, that's true.
And all he's got to do is show his arm is good, and he's got his legs, and he can stay healthy for a year, and he's going to get paid next year. And he can have a good year, but Cam isn't going to be running and getting killed this year, bro.
Give me close to, I always want to look and see how many, what's his highest pass attempts in a season, because he's always been like a 450, 470 type passer, attempts. You know what I mean? And like, Brady's leaving behind like 600, something, 613 or something like that, pass attempts. Right. Like, obviously he doesn't run at all, but I'm just hoping like
Cam can get some goal line touchdowns though, some inside the fives and shit.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that he's somewhere around at least 570. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's cool. I'm not mad at Cam. I'm not mad at him. He's not somebody like I think is ready to blow up. I don't know. We'll see. He could, depending on what they're doing over there. But New England's just a big mystery to me right now.
And Joe Burrow is just someone I've grown to be like love the idea of him like as a late, especially in a super flex. As a late pickup, but even in if you're just a streaming QB guy, man, you might be pleasantly surprised to just go ahead and just grab Burrow late in a single QB league and just fuck it, roll it down.
Yeah, no, single QB leagues, I'm with you on that. Like, get upside guys, get a couple of upside guys because there's gonna be free agent, guys that you can pick up that are safe, that are like a Derek Carr or whatever, like the lower tier guys, they're gonna just be there, but they are what they are. But if you're gonna get guys, then get guys that can boom in one quarterback leagues. Get guys that can boom because you're pretty safe if you waited on those guys, you're stacked up everywhere. And if they boom, you're hitting hard.
Oh yeah, well that was episode 101. You're gonna see this tandem. We back in full force. But we are gonna be still bringing in the regulars like normal. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that joined us with the episode 100 extravaganza. Man, we couldn't have done it without y'all. Big shout out to Admiral Robbie J. You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure to subscribe to us at the Rumboys Fantasy Network as well. That's the big dog channel. And make sure you subscribe to the GMM Network on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead on over to Monkey Knife Fight. Use promo code GMM. We'll match your first deposit up to $50. Be on the lookout for our DFS episodes that we got coming. Also, man, you have a Playmaker day, Playmakers.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Steamboat. Love you, brother.
It's time to get busy.
Let's go.
SBI. Y'all in trouble.
I forgot about this.
Coming for your threads. Coming for next.